My dear friends, today I want to speak to you from my heart about something that has silently stolen dreams from millions of brilliant young people in Pakistan and across the world. Something that stops talented students, hardworking professionals, and passionate dreamers from reaching their true potential. The number one mistake killing your English fluency is not lack of grammar, not poor vocabulary, and not even your accent. It is something far deeper, something that lives inside your mind and controls every word you try to speak. It is the fear of making mistakes. Let me tell you my story. Many of you know me as Muniba Mazari, the girl who lost the use of her legs in a tragic bus accident at the age of 21. Doctors told me I would never walk again. The world looked at me with pity. But today I stand before you, not on my feet, but with a strength that no accident could take away. When I decided to become the first wheelchair-bound female model in Pakistan, when I chose to become a motivational speaker, when I started painting with my own hands to inspire others, do you think I was perfect from day one? Absolutely not. I made mistakes, I fell, I failed publicly. People laughed, but I kept going. The same principle applies to your English. Most of you understand English quite well. You watch movies, you listen to songs, you read messages. But when it comes to speaking, you freeze. Why? Because somewhere deep inside, a voice whispers, "What if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? What if I sound foolish?" That voice is the real killer of your fluency. I remember a young girl who came to one of my sessions in Lahore. She was intelligent, had completed her master's, but when I asked her to introduce herself in English, she could barely say 2 sentences. Her hands were shaking, her voice was trembling. After the session, she told me, "Muniba Appa, I know all the grammar. I know thousands of words, but I'm scared people will judge me." I looked at her and asked one simple question. "Did you learn to walk without falling?" She smiled. She understood. Learning English is exactly like learning to walk after an accident. You will fall. You will stumble over words. You will pronounce things wrongly. You will forget grammar in the middle of a sentence. And that is perfectly okay. That is how every single fluent speaker in the world learned, including native speakers when they were children. The biggest mistake you are making is waiting to become perfect before you start speaking. Perfection is not the starting point. It is the destination that comes after thousands of imperfect attempts. Think about little children. When a child says, "I good to school," instead of "I went to school," do we laugh at him? No. We celebrate. We correct gently and encourage him to speak more. Why do we become so cruel to ourselves as adults? Why do we expect ourselves to speak perfect English from the very first day? I want you to understand something very important today. Your English does not need to be perfect. It needs to be confident. It needs to be brave. It needs to be you. When I started giving speeches, my English was not excellent. I made mistakes. Sometimes I mixed up words. Sometimes I repeated myself. But I kept speaking. And with every speech, I became better. Not because I studied more grammar books, but because I gave myself permission to make mistakes. That is the shift I want you to make today. Stop treating English as a subject you have to pass in an exam. Start treating it as a tool to express your beautiful thoughts, your dreams, your ideas, and your feelings. Your ideas are more important than your grammar. Your message is bigger than your pronunciation. I often tell people it is better to speak imperfect English with confidence than to remain silent with perfect knowledge. Because silence will never take you anywhere, but imperfect action repeated consistently will take you to heights you cannot even imagine right now. Let me share with you what happens when you make this mistake of fearing mistakes. First, you stop practicing. You only study. You read books, watch videos, but never open your mouth. And without practice, no muscle grows. Your speaking muscle stays weak. Second, you lose opportunities. How many of you have stayed quiet in class discussions, job interviews, or meetings because you were scared? Those moments of silence are costing you your future, promotions, scholarships, connections, and confidence. Third, and most dangerous, you start believing the lie that you are not good at English. This becomes your identity. And once something becomes your identity, it becomes very difficult to change. But today, right here, I want you to change that identity. Repeat after me in your heart. I am allowed to make mistakes while learning English. Every mistake brings me closer to fluency. Say it again. Feel it. Now let me give you the practical way to destroy this number one mistake. Start speaking from day one. Speak badly. Speak wrongly. Speak slowly, but speak. Every single day. Find a partner. It can be your friend, your sibling, even your mirror. Describe your day in English. Talk about your dreams. Talk about your favorite food. Make mistakes. Laugh at them. Correct them. Move on. Record your voice. Yes, most people hate this, but this is pure gold. Record yourself speaking for 2 minutes about any topic. Listen to it. You will feel embarrassed at first. That is normal. But after 1 month, when you compare your recordings, you will be shocked at your own progress. Use the shadowing technique. Take any inspiring English video, my speeches, TED Talks, or even English songs. Listen to one sentence, pause, and repeat exactly like the speaker. Tone, speed, pronunciation. Your ear and tongue will start working together. Read out loud every day. Pick any interesting paragraph from a book or newspaper and read it with full emotion. This trains your mouth muscles to produce English sounds naturally. Most importantly, change your environment. Put English around you. Change your phone language to English. Watch movies with English subtitles. Listen to English songs while traveling. Think in English, even if it is simple thoughts like, I am hungry, or today is a beautiful day. I want to tell you about the day I decided to speak without fear. After my accident when I was in hospital, I felt completely broken, not just physically, but mentally. I thought my life was over. Then one day I told myself, Muniba, if you can survive this, you can survive anything. If you can accept yourself with all your broken pieces, the world will also accept you. The same applies to your English. Accept your current level with love. Accept your accent. Accept your mistakes. Love yourself where you are right now. And then work passionately to grow. Because when you love yourself, fear loses its power. My friends, the world is changing rapidly. English has become the language of opportunity. Jobs, education, business, international relations, and even social media. But please remember one thing. English is not your worth. It is just a skill. A very important skill, but still just a skill. Your value does not decrease because your English is not fluent yet. Your dreams are still valid. Your intelligence is still powerful. Your character is still beautiful. So stop waiting for perfect English to start living your life. Start living now with whatever English you have and watch your English improve automatically. I have seen hundreds of students transform when they finally understood this. Students who were once too scared to order food in English are now giving presentations in multinational companies. Girls who used to hide in the back of the class are now leading conversations with confidence. You can be one of them. The only thing standing between you and fluent English is not time, not money, not teachers,